my friends, this is Wake Angel 2001, and the little action figure that I had made of myself years ago to use as an avatar in some of my videos is kind of looking a little bit dated since I've improved my techniques so much since then, so I figured it was time to make a new one. So what better than to make Angel the dog once again in the Sonic Forces character creator variant. Yes, this is Angel the dog, as close as I was able to approximate in Sonic Forces. I am going to take some liberties with the design of the t-shirt and the hair color because, well, I kind of want to do a big review on the whole character creator itself because I feel it has a lot of shortcomings that would have been relatively easy for Sega to fix, but that's a discussion for another day. Now, let's make a toy. Okay, so for the base, I want to thank Andrew Strappers because I reached into his box of sent-in broken old figures again and pulled out one of his old Knack the Weasels that had obviously fallen into a state of disrepair. It would be this figure that I would dismantle to get most of the parts, although I would throw in the upper torso from a Tails figure so I could create that baggy t-shirt look that my character always has, you know, because that's how it goes, he has a t-shirt. Little dog tail sculpted onto the lower body, and that's the upper body. As for the arms, I sculpted some big old sleeves on the shoulders, again, big old floppy t-shirt look, and with a paint job, there we go. I liked how he had modified these gloves so that they wouldn't have the fold in the cuffs, because my character doesn't have folds in his glove cuffs the way I like to depict them, so I went ahead with that. Although I do wish that this was on a regular Sonic figure so I wouldn't have to paint a new skin tone over the arms. That took quite a few coats, but, you know, I don't want to reach into pools of fresh parts just for a little figure I'm making myself on a whim. Alright, so I encountered some unique challenges printing out the head. I decided, just like with the Rouge the Bat figures, I was going to try printing out the actual Forces model that my avatar was made in. This is, of course, the same model provided by Corey SonicFan22. And the first time I printed it, it didn't come out very well. As you can see, there's places where the filament slumped before it had a chance to harden, and it just doesn't look very cohesive. Especially when you look on the side, you can see how the nose, like, literally fans out. I was able to solve most of this issue by turning the head 90 degrees and printing it this way. As you can see, this caused much less slumping, and the figure looks a lot smoother now. The only problem is that turning it upright like this caused this big flat circle to form on the back of the head where it was on the 3D printing surface. I was able to solve this problem by doing the exact same thing, but putting a little stem on the back of the head, which lifted it off the surface by just a couple millimeters. That resulted in a much flatter, smoother circle to the back of the head, and aside from a really weird print on the nose, I'm thinking the nose is just too small and skinny for it to have printed smoothly, the head came out pretty darn perfectly. So I cracked that nose off, sculpted it around to look a little bit smoother like the little sausage nose that Sonic characters have, and then stuck it back on. With a proper paint job, we have Angel the dog in his proper color scheme. Okay, just quick note, like, Sonic Forces provides this little hairpiece in multiple colors, but they could have just had one hairpiece and then you could have selected the color of it the same way you can select your character's main fur color. I don't know why they didn't just do that. Doesn't it sound like it would have saved them so much more trouble? Like, I don't know how they built the character creator, but that was one of the major flaws, and like I said, that's for another discussion. I also wanted him to have the same shoes that he wears in the video game, so I got the model for the shoes as well. Well, technically Corey sent me all the models that I would need to print out an entire action figure of him. It's just that the filament that my printer has is too stiff to make action figures into. Like, I'll see if I can get a softer filament next time that will print a better action figure quality plastic. But yeah, these are the shoes from the model, the same way that I print shoes for Rouge. And given the proper paint job and modified so that Jazzware's legs could go into them, I had my figure's legs. So with all the components set up, let's complete the Angel the Dog Forces version action figure. And here he is! Of course, instead of that funny little ghost shape, I put on my famous angel avatar, the smiley face with the wing, of course. And that is That's just fine. That's Angel the dog as I would like him to be. I would have liked it if you could put custom decals onto your avatar shirt in the game, but I'm pretty sure that just means people will be putting a lot of penises on them. So let's not even. So it is a Jazzwares figure for the most part, so he has Jazzwares level articulation, and I even made sure I had holding things hands, so if I ever wanted to put a wisp on or give him some other accessories, he can do that. So now my classic Angel the dog figure is passing the torch on to his progenitor and descendant. He's passing the torch is what's the important part. And this is going to be the primary avatar that I use from now on. So thank you all for watching. This is Wake Angel 2001, and I am signing off.